Hello, today we are solving May 2019 Unit 1. Okay, question number 2 during part D. Okay, during the April 2019 there was a bad debt and bad debt recovered. The details were as follows. On 3rd April 2019, Sanjay was declared bankrupt. Okay, Sanjay, one of his customers, was declared bankrupt and Samantha received a check of £30. The balance of debt was irrecoverable. Then on 15th April, Samantha received a check for £200 from Wesley for a bad debt that Samantha had written off as irrecoverable in a previous financial year. How will you account this? So prepare the journal to include bank transfers for the bad debt of Sanjay on 3rd April 2019 and bad debt recovered from Wesley on 15th April. So let's prepare first one, the bad debt account journal. Okay, the journal entry for bad debt recovered. So this is going to be a journal entry. Okay, for the journal entry there are two accounts which is going to get affected. So the first one is a Sanjay, okay, now for whom the bad debt was declared, his account, okay, and the Sanjay account, and then it will be bad debt account. Okay, and then he also gave some money, so bank is also getting affected. Okay, he also gave a check, so bank is also getting affected. So three accounts you will have to include. So then you have the debit balance and then you will have to say whether it was credited into that account. We can see that overall Sanjay, okay, Sanjay had 80 debit. Okay, the Sanjay had 80 debit because, okay, because Sanjay is now unable to pay. Okay, so how will you transfer that to the bad, okay, and close off the Sanjay account? There was a debit balance, which means he had to pay £80. Okay, Sanjay had to pay £80, and so how will you close off his account? So he gave a pound of £30. Okay, so we are going to say bank in £30 was happened. Okay, that came into the bank. So £30 debit, okay, it came into account for the bank, it is £30. Then I am going to open a bad debt account. In the bad debt account I am going to say how much is the remaining. He gave 30, so the remaining 50 I am going to say it was never recovered, and I am going to call it as bad debt account. Okay, and then the Sanjay account, because it was a debit balance, I will go and I will remove that. Okay, £80 which was on the Sanjay's balance. Okay, so this is how you will write a bad debt account. Okay, if in the bank you got 30, the remaining I will transfer it as bad debt, okay, as 50, and from in the Sanjay account it would be closing off saying 80. Okay, in the Sanjay account it will be closing off. This is a bad debt account. Then bad debt recovered from Wesley. Okay, we have to write the journal entry. So it is the same journal entry. You have to first identify what are the accounts that's going to get affected because of this, because they want a bad debt recovered. So we know Wesley account is going to get affected. Okay, Wesley. So he gave a check. So first something was received in the bank. Okay, something was received. Now I have to transfer it to the bad debt recovered account instead of bad debt recovered account. Okay, and from that I will transfer it to the income statement. This bad debt, okay, I will transfer it to the income statement as 50. Okay, because 30 was received. So similarly from the bad debt recovered, okay, we got a check then I will transfer it to the bad debt recovered account. From this you can reflect in the income statement as income, okay, in the recovered as an income, whereas this can be shown as an expense in the profit and loss and comprehensive income. Okay, you will show it as expense. Okay, now bank, okay, you got a check of 200 pounds. So into the bank there came 200 pounds, and now I can, okay, this one, okay, first in the bad debt recovered account I will reflect on the opposite side, okay, because it's an income account. Okay, this was an expense account, so I will be indicating on the debit side. This is an income account, so I am going to write it on the credit side. And in the Westley, okay, Westley, okay, Westley I will have to indicate on both the sides so that it has been recovered, and I am again closing off that balance. So I will indicate on the Westley. So bank, okay, one is bank and this was from the Westley account. Then again Westley account, I will transfer it to the debit side and transfer it, indicate on the recovered account. So this is how you will show the journal entry for the bad debt recovered account. The two accounts that going to get affected in this case are bank and first Westley, and then Westley and bad debt recovered account, and then finally you will transfer it to the profit and loss statement. Okay, so this is bad debt